Hello Capricorn, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Capricorn for the week of April 25th. Now Capricorn, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Capricorn, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that is not me, that's someone impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. Please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. Let's see what we have here for you, Capricorn. Now I am using the Mermaid Tarot. If you are interested, there is a link to that in the description below. And I'd also like to say that less than 50% of the people who watch my content are actually subscribed. And so if you do watch my videos regularly, but you have not yet hit the subscribe button, really appreciate it. If you did, really helps my channel grow in a big way. All right. Let's go ahead and put this up here. And then we'll also take 3 Kipper cards to clarify. And all right. Looks good enough to me. Capricorn. Something here going on around an important choice that you have to make. Some of you feeling a little bit overwhelmed around something, but there is light at the end of the tunnel here. There is some very good energy here on the board at this time. It's almost like there are so many opportunities in the palm of your hands that it's kind of making you feel like a little bit overwhelmed. Yeah, I already said that, but it's almost like kind of making you a little bit overwhelmed because of the amount of possibilities that are present for you and coming in the future. And so let's just go ahead and dive into this a little bit, and I'll expand on it some more as we go along. But the thing is, you have this devil energy here in your current situation, which this is your card. This is the sign of Capricorn, the devil card. And so if I see the devil card in a reading, my favorite reading to see it for is the sign of Capricorn, because to me this suggests your energy showing up. This is not necessarily a negative in this case. This is you being extremely present for yourself here in this reading. Now, what the devil can indicate is that there is an issue around power and control showing up in your life. And so some of you, it's almost like, there's this energy here around you having so many possibilities. And by the way, I think this is probably in work, career, or finance, just so you know. It's like there are so many different possibilities that you see in front of you. And I almost feel like maybe some of you are trying to control when that possibility will come, or something along those lines. And what I would say to you, Capricorn, is that you really are only in control of the things that you can be in control of. You have to allow the things that you cannot control to let go. You have to let go of the things that you cannot control, and you have to allow those things to exit your life, or to just allow not necessarily exit, but you have to allow those things to sort of naturally happen in your life, because you cannot control them. And so I would say maybe take inventory of the things that are in your control at this time. I kind of had a hard time getting that out, but hopefully you are with me here. Hopefully you're on the same page with me here. Now, in the past, you do have the 3 of Wands and the 6 of Pentacles. So the 3 of Wands here is, I really like this, the fact that there is a magnifying glass here. This is an energy of exploration, becoming an explorer, and maybe even creating a vision for your life, peering into the magnifying glass and honing in on the details, creating a vision, creating a plan, creating a game plan for yourself. And the 3 of Wands can also see you taking something to the next level, not only exploring, but it can also talk about expansion in your life. The 6 of Pentacles is this free flow of energy between money, between people and resources. This is the idea that as you give, you receive; as you receive, you give. Is the act of giving is just as important as receiving. And it can say that something has come to you, maybe materially or financially even, but that would be after you've maybe put some energy and effort into something. And this could be something around like you giving an important speech at work, or delivering some healing information, or doing really well on a project, or going the extra mile to research and discover something, and then as a result of all of that energy that you've put in, receiving some type of reward, which doesn't necessarily need to be financial, but it could be praise, it could be a connection to somebody else that then leads you to something else. And so you have to look at this from a higher perspective. So the past looks very good here for you. In the future, you have the Ace of Wands and the Seven of Cups. Okay, so this is what I've been talking about here, where if you take a look at the Seven of Cups here, there are so many different options and choices available to this person. And so on one hand, it's a very positive sign that you have options, right? It's great to have options in life. On the other hand, it can lead you to feel overwhelmed. And the thing here is, the really key part of this is that it's paired with the Ace of Wands. Wands is the suit of work, career. It could also be associated with energy. It's like the energy of energy, right? And so your own energy, inspiration, energetic downloads, all of that type of energy comes in with particularly the Ace of Wands, but also the suit of Wands itself. And so those areas here, you may be feeling on one hand a little overwhelmed, but on the other hand, you recognize that this is a good thing. And it's almost like I'm getting this message around eustress, EU stress. There are different types of stress in our life, and sometimes stress is good. There's a good type of stress called eustress, and this is kind of what I'm feeling like is the case for you. You may even want to just research that for yourself. Stress is inevitable, unfortunately. There are tools that we can use and practices that we can use to mitigate stress, but unfortunately stress is a part of life, and it's almost like some of you have a good problem to have. In that you have a multitude of new beginnings here with the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is an incredible card in and of itself, of passionate new beginnings, typically in career or work, or like even seeing yourself create a side hustle or something along those lines. Could also just be, like I said, getting new information, but there's an overwhelming amount of this, and so it's just figuring out for you specifically how you can kind of work with the stress that may be on your plate at this time. Moving up the pyramid, you have the Five of Swords, you have the Queen of Wands, you have the Four of Swords, and you have the World. All right, Capricorn. Remember, I do want to bring us back to this base card here, this first card at the base of the pyramid, the Devil. This is your energy. This is your energy showing up. And, you here have an important completion in your life to make. There's some sort of task, there's some sort of important task that you are being called on to complete at this time. And I think it's coming in the cards as you showing up for yourself and making this happen. The reason being is you have this World card here in the future. The World is the completion of a task. It is the completion of something extremely important to you and something extremely important in your life. It says that you've been on a long journey to get to the World, and there is a level of certainty that comes with the World card, indicating that you can be certain that this completion is now here because, again, you've put in so much work into something. The Four of Swords is a card of like healing, rest, harmony, stability, and the past. The Four of Swords can talk about like healing from heartbreak, because in other interpretations of the card, there's like three swords above the person. The person's meditating. There are three swords above it, above the person, and so for some of you, this could be like a situation that was heartbreaking in your career. Maybe some of you have gone through layoffs. Maybe some of you have gone through situations like that have been challenging and heartbreaking. And some of you finding the way to successfully heal from those situations, which are not easy to do. Again, I'm not forecasting this. I'm saying you've had those situations potentially in the past. But I definitely feel like that could have been the case because you have the Five of Swords in the past, which is a loss. And maybe some type of defeat. But this Queen of Wands to me suggests that you will adopt a positive, optimistic outlook. and you have the ability to attract. The Queen of Wands is one of the cards associated with law of attraction, and they can truly attract whatever it is that they want into their life as long as they are being authentic. And so we see that coming in here for you clearly as you get this certainty around completing something important. Let's go ahead and see what else we have here. So you do have main male, child, and the lovers. You know, this, for some of you, this could be around love. I wasn't like getting any love energy at all in these cards, but you do have this lover's energy, you do have child, and you do have main male. Maybe if you put these all together, this could be referring to your family. And on one hand, I do feel like maybe some of you, especially particularly if your relationship is going well, your family might be your rock, you know. For some of you, you may have like a really stable family situation. Especially because the number 4 can indicate stability here. You have the 4 of Swords. For others of you here, the heartbreak on the other end of it, the heartbreak may have been around a family situation as well. And I'm not really getting romantic love, like with a new person. I'm getting like strengthening of bond with your current partner or something relating to the family, either good or bad. It depends on your situation. It really can go either way because there are multiple messages here. So yeah, let's go ahead and move up the pyramid some more. So you have the Knight of Pentacles, you have the 5 of Cups, and you have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so there's an intense focus and drive here coming in for you in the future. And I really like that because we have, remember, I spent a significant amount of time talking about this 7 of Cups at the beginning of the reading, where it's like there are so many options in front of you. There's so many things in front of you. We talked about the eustress, how you may have a good type of stress, right? Well, the Queen of Swords showing up in the future position here, the Queen of Swords is somebody who has an extreme focus and an extreme drive, especially when it's combined with the Queen of Wands to get something done. And so for you, you're focusing on the right cup here on the 7 of Cups card, or the right choice in this case, to complete the task, to complete the journey that you've been going on recently. You do have this Knight of Pentacles in the past here, which, you know, going back, you know, we did have this 5 of Swords. It's almost like there's been ups and downs for you here in the past, particularly around your career situation, maybe your financial situation, but particularly around those areas, there have been ups and downs. And it's almost like recently, with this Knight of Pentacles showing up, there may have been like a glimmer of hope for you recently. And here, maybe an opportunity, maybe some type of event that happened that you've been waiting for a long time. Because you do have the 5 of Cups combined with that in the middle, which really says that there is light at the end of the tunnel here, or there's a lighthouse. There's light on the horizon here, as you can see in the distance. There are also 2 cups behind this person overflowing. And so for you, it's like there have been ups and downs, but your luck is turning around. Your situation is turning around, and there is hope on the horizon. Let's go ahead and move up the pyramid here. You have the 2 of Wands, and you have the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so 2 of Wands is an important choice to make, like I've been saying, or it's just an energy of needing to decide between two or more paths. For you, it's multiple. You have this 2 of Wands with the 7 of Cups showing up in the future. You have this 8 of Pentacles, okay? I feel like for some of you, this message, like trusting your talents at this time, like there are undeniable changes happening for you, but with the 8 of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords, you have a unique gift of like either focus or a unique talent that you can use to really help yourself during this potentially overwhelming period in your life. And what's good is the 8 of Pentacles can also talk about positive movement forward in your career situation and in your career life. So I definitely like to see that for you. Let's see what else we have here. At the top of the pyramid, you do have the 7 of Swords. So I'm not going to use the deception meaning or definition of the 7 of Swords because I intuitively do not feel deception here. The 7 of Swords in this case is about you having a strategy. Okay, it's you taking a clever approach to a problem. We talked a lot about you being in the center here with the Devil. You needing to find a strategy or a game plan or take a clever approach to solving this situation to working through this stress, which I think is ultimately you stress, good stress, and also having a strategy to complete the task here with the world. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So you will get this new beginning. This outcome does feel certain to me if this message is for you. And so, yeah, I love this reading for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. Take care, and I'll see you in the next reading.